Welcome back, everybody. Ben, is your jaw clicking?
Yeah, dude. That was like the loudest chewing.
You got to get that checked out.
I think
Does it
it was
hurt?
mostly nuts.
Okay.
That I was getting.
Oh.
It doesn't click that loud.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, Ben.
It's okay.
I don't know what it is about Edgeworth today, but I can't get a good read on him. Is he friend or foe? I just don't know.
That rhymed.
Good, Ben! It's the first time he's actually understood the concept of a rhyme, but I have a feeling he doesn't actually know what that means still.
Why are you so mean, Fresh?
Stop that.
You don't like it when I touch your face, eh?
No.
He hates being touched.
Do you know how long it takes to put this together? I don't want you smudging it.
Yeah, true.
The court acknowledges the prosecution's request. Miss Andrews, if you please.
Another testimony from Adrian fucking
Oh,
Andrews.
When I
Boy.
found the body.
Part 5. That glass of juice. I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired, looking in the corner. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he had fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the flower vase over.
Do you see how many parts of this testimony there are? This is gonna take for fucking ever.
So you poured the victim a glass of juice. Why didn't you say so in your earlier testimony?
I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial.
So to avoid trivial facts, you made up another trivial fact.
Way to go.
Good job about that, yeah.
Phoenix, please be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left.
I know, Mommy.
Don't call me that, Phoenix.
What did he say there about truth? Fuck.
Oh,
well.
shit.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Alright, this is gonna take for goddamn ever. That glass of juice, I didn't really pour it for myself. But there wasn't anyone else in the room, right?
Of course not.
Then who did you pour it for?
Mr. Wright, there's a rhyme and reason for everything. Can you wait just a little longer for it to be revealed to you?
In other words, right? Please be quiet and listen.
Precisely. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Surprised when she walked in the room and saw it in a messy state. Oops. So, it was a mess. Are you sure it wasn't messy because of your fight with Mr. Corita?
Really, like, all the mess in that room was, like, the flower vase that we knocked over, the guitar case that was open, that we opened.
Knocked over. We opened.
Sorry, Adrian Andrews.
Okay.
There we go.
She. I was talking me and her. We're the same.
You're the same.
Have you been thinking that the entire time?
I think I do that sometimes.
No. But before you go accusing people of crimes, go find yourself some evidence. Grr. And then, what did you see next, witness?
And Juan, he was just sitting slumped over and tired looking.
Tired. Slumped over.
Yes, he was just sitting there with his head tilted forward, eyes closed.
Are you seeing a problem here?
Well, he wasn't in a corner.
She came in and saw him slumped over, so she thought he was sleeping. But he was actually dead.
Or had fainted.
But he was actually dead because he'd been strangled, right? So
Eyes closed.
So what is very out of the makes no sense about her actions?
The fact that she.
Would you pour? Here, I'll just sum it up. Would you pour juice for someone who had a knife sticking out of their chest?
Well, yeah, no.
She left
didn't-
that
I don't
fact
think
out.
she saw that,
Depends
though.
if they were thirsty.
That's gonna be where we go.
Okay.
I guarantee it. We have to present the knife to the fact that he was just slumped over. It's either that or
totally
she
could've
admits
just
that she
not
stabbed him
seen
with the
it.
knife. You can't not see. Shit! Look where the juice is
Like,
and
what
where
if
the
she's
bottle
just
is.
like, oh my god, he's... But
Becky, why are you
Girls.
fighting me on this?
she's a blonde.
Girls.
And really, he looked like he was sleeping. He really looked like he was sleeping.
Is it just me or did that sound a little odd? When I saw him sitting like that, he was dead, didn't cross my mind. So it's that or this one that we put the knife to. Then what did cross your mind?
I thought maybe he had smashed everything up in anger because he lost a Grand Prix. Then he felt tired after his rampage, so he decided to take a nap.
Her theories are shit.
Anyways, that's what I thought.
Oh, interesting that they put anyways.
I see, so you didn't think he was dead at all.
Actually, do you guys know where the localization took place? Like, who did the localization? What studio?
Must have been something within that.
That border.
Yeah, the border I gave.
Well, do you think that maybe they did it in Canada? Because Capcom has a pretty big Canadian presence nowadays.
I don't know.
But I don't know if it was big during these days. To be honest, I thought he just fainted, so I went and poured some juice. You thought he fainted? She just said nap.
I thought he was asleep at first. But then the room was in such a messy state. I thought maybe he had gotten into a fight with someone.
And that's when you went to pour a glass of juice?
Yes. He always has. He always has a hard time waking up. So one always has a glass of tomato juice to drink.
I see, and after that, what happened next?
We're just wasting our time here. And how did you come to realize he was in fact dead? They're just like trying to make the player get this so hard.
I shook him over and over, but I never got a response. So I set the glass down on the dresser and tried to take his pulse.
She is doing all of this
Yeah.
while a knife is sticking out of the chest and be like, what's wrong with you? Why are you so quiet?
Why won't you wake up?
Answer me!
I was shocked and staggered backward.
And knocked the flower face over, so that's what happened.
Yes.
This is what it all comes down to.
Huh?
This is absolute. This is the absolute end for both sides, and Adrian is letting her guard down. Phoenix, now's our best chance to kill the prosecution's case.
Isn't that a bit harsh, Miss Andrews? Will you tell us the truth this time? Glass of juice didn't really pour it for myself.
Oh, we already.
Oh, good. We're
yeah.
done with them. Good. Bloop, bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Oh,
So, which of the three statements that said she thought he was dead
yeah.
or sleeping do we go to? Slumped and looking tired looking? That may be actually
Yeah,
true.
that's okay.
When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
that's a good one.
And the photo or the knife should work, but I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save.
I would think
I
that
would do the photo.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do the photo.
Photo.
Well, sure.
Oops, I want her to say after I show the photo, and she'd be like, well, it was a murder scene, so I was flustered. That's why I must have thought he was dead and didn't see the knife.
Creme voodoo.
Objection! So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him?
No, not at all.
Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body? Ah!
But what is the meaning of this?
He just gets excited when everyone
Yeah.
else does.
Yeah. He's like a dog.
Kind of comes out of his daze.
Yeah.
A dog that just like sits there and naps until somebody starts cheering at the hockey game, then goes. He doesn't know what's exciting.
No.
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? There is a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Corita's chest.
Okay.
Anyone who saw this scene would immediately have thought that he was there, a dead man.
Well, you see.
I doubt a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who had fainted. And then so nonchalantly pour something to drink.
Your point is?
Miss Andrews, your testimony is just now. It was all one giant lie! And your lie has proven one thing very clearly, that you were the real killer!
Jesus.
Jesus! Wow. She was saving that one up.
Sorry, guys.
She's still got a little bit of little girl in her. You totally were one of those little girls
Yeah.
on the playground who's just shrill.
I'm just running around screaming like that at nothing.
Yeah. Oy.
It looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Matt on guard, is not guilty after all.
That's impossible. You're wrong. I woke up your dog. Sorry.
Miss Andrews, try to have some composure.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you. It was Matt. I swear it. He was the one who killed Juan.
But you were the one who refused to testify. And your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself.
That's not because...
Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you?
I refuse. I refuse to testify.
Bravo, bravo.
Then there's no need for the court to continue any further. Mr. Matt on God's innocence has been clearly demonstrated.
Is it over? Have we found the truth at last? Mommy? Stop calling me that!
What's wrong, Phoenix?
Usually, the real killer confesses his or her guilt. And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't.
Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for
Really?
Mr. Matt on guard.
Stretching it out, Judgy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your Honor, the prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time.
But what?
The reason is quite simple. This witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth.
The absolute real truth? What are you?
Witness, don't you understand yet? I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head, but as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Matt on God will go free, and in his place, you will become the guilty party!
That's a lie. I don't believe you.
What?
I was told.
No. Little voice now. No, the one you were just doing was good.
Forget it. I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over and Matt would never be declared guilty.
Well, what in the world is she talking about? Yeah, she lost it?
I can't speak about it. I'm too scared.
Maybe the killer's got one of her friends in a room somewhere.
Oh, balls.
that could be going on. See, like from the beginning, you have to never, and I'm pretty sure the first time I played this, I knew it was an Adrian Andrews. Like you can tell, like there's no way it doesn't match at all, the profile.
I thought it was her.
You really did. How do you see that going down?
I don't know.
All right.
It's Franziska von Karma.
Also, never mind.
Huh? Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another. Because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself. Then right now, Miss Andrews is. Yesterday, she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss Von Karma. Don't say a word, no matter what happens. If you do, Matt and God will be acquitted. Miss Andrews, undenying, believes that those words right now and clinging to them. Then, what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across a thing like this.
It doesn't matter, Phoenix. You're just trying to prove your guy innocent.
But Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do now is get her not guilty. That is my only priority.
Then take her on as a client. Defend her when it goes up.
Wasn't me. I'm begging you. Please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help. Please. Someone help me.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
the court can't continue like this. Therefore, I'd like to hear from you what you intend to do.
What I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say?
Right, I suggest you think very carefully about this. I know what that means. Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime.
Who's the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious? There's no one else who it could be except the woman crying over there, right?
Come now, what will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What happens? No matter what she says, Miss Andrews is the only person it could be. Not to mention, I don't have a choice. I have to win complete acquittal today. This case has two endings, and I think this is how you get to the bad ending.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Your Honor, the defense believes there is enough evidence to substantiate our claim. Therefore, we motion that this court passes a verdict of not guilty as soon as possible.
I am disappointed in you, Wright. What have you learned in this past year? Because Edgeworth came back to watch us in action. It was like he wanted to see what we were, what kind of man we were. He even said that earlier, that he came back for us. And that was like the point where we did make the decision what kind of a man we are, or like what kind of lawyer, or why we
Was he gonna marry us?
why we do what we do. Because he went off to find out why he does what he does, to
Yeah.
do some inner searching, and he figured it out. And I think he came back thinking, one would assume that he's here for justice, not a verdict at any cost.
That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it is clear that the defense's theory is the truth.
You're wrong.
Such a shame. I'd hoped that things wouldn't come to this, however.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court.
Stop.
Mr. Edgeworth?
This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness.
What?
And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past. So, We can't really go further here, because this is basically what we come to if we go with the other option, I think.
Okay.
It's just harder, or like, well, obviously, but this one, Edgeworth gives it to us, the other one we have to work for, right? So, yeah, so what we'll do is, title screen. So that was just for the purpose of, I guess, completionism, to show you where that goes. Continue. From save point. All right. So when we come back, we show Edgeworth, really show Edgeworth what kind of man we are. He'd want to know.